Good evening. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to the 2017 Senior Academic Banquet. The first banquet was held 28 years ago and is now held annually to honor seniors for their achievement of high academic standards, their commitment to educational goals, their dedication to personal success, and their notable contribution to excellence during their scholastic career at Alva High School.
Good evening. I would like to introduce our Board of Education members and other special guests. Please stand as you're introduced. Board members present are Mrs. Jane McDermott and her husband, Max McDermott. Mrs. Karen Kane. Mr. Larry Parker and his wife, Charla. And Mr. Steve Ellis and his wife, Cheryl. Our administrators present are Mr. Tim Argo, Assistant Superintendent. Mr. Les Potter, High School Principal. And Mr. Steve Sheever, Longfellow Principal. Our faculty members who are in attendance, please stand at this time. If any of the following community members who have worked so hard to honor the seniors and make the preparations for this banquet are here, please stand as I recognize you. Rachel Spellman. Tammy Gaddy, Chesney Thomas, and Terry Smithy. I would also like to introduce Mr. Lynn Martin, who is here each year not only to take pictures, but also to attend as a welcome guest.
Each year, our top juniors are asked to help with the senior academic banquet. I would like to introduce these juniors at this time. Callie Duncan. Callie, please introduce your parents.
My parents are Paul and Tammy Duncan, and my senior sister is Maddie Duncan.
Shady Nettles. Shady, please introduce your parents.
My parents are Stormy Nettles and Myra Nettles.
Max Parsons. Max, please introduce your parents.
My mom is Terry Larson.
Tatum Rouse. Tatum, please introduce your parents.
My mom is Tanya Rouse.
Lane Scarborough. Lane, please introduce your parents.
My parents are Dean and Justine Scarborough.
Cameron Wren. Cameron, please introduce your parents.
My mother is Julie Brandon, and my grandmother is Blind Turner.
And I am Julie Owen, and my parents are Jeff and Terry Owen. At this time, I would like to ask each senior to stand with his or her guest. Please introduce yourself and your guest. Let us begin with the front table to my right.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Ms. Karen Kane. Karen Kane is a graduate from Alva High School. After high school, she attended Northwestern Oklahoma State University, where she received her Master of Education degree and Bachelor of Science in Education. She worked at Alva Public Schools as the high school guidance counselor for 7 years, later working at Northwestern as an adjunct instructor for 4 years, and for the past 25 years, she has worked as the guidance counselor at the Oklahoma Northwest Technology Center in Alva. Karen is the 2015 McCarran Award winner. She is also the OASC co-director of the Basic Leadership Workshop for the past 10 years. She is the advisor for the National Technical Honor Society at the Northwest Technology Center for the past 21 years. She is very active in the Alva First United Methodist Church. She is also an Alva Public School Board member and is a member of the Alva Goldberg Education Foundation. Karen is on the board of directors for Northwest Family Services. Karen is also very active in the Alva community and the Alva school system. Give it up for Karen.
I don't have much time left after that introduction, so I won't. No, I'm just kidding. First of all, wow. You know, I have the pleasure of sitting next to Mr. Argo, and we were talking about how well-spoken all of you are. I know that 41 years ago, I need a walker to get around. 41 years ago, when I was a senior at Alva High School, 42 years ago, when I would have been a junior, had someone said, well, Miss Karen, let's go to the podium and you're introduced, it would have been a disaster. Wow. Parents, congratulations. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Wow. What a beautiful job you guys are doing. For those of you that don't know me, I don't like lectures. I was never one of those kind of kiddos that sat in the classroom. As a matter of fact, my mother, in her infinite wisdom, always told me to sit at the front of the room, not because she thought I would get anything out of anything. She just knew I was not well behaved, and if I sat in the back of the room, I would get distracted, not pay attention. So my mother said, Karen, sit at the front of the room. So I sat at the front of the room for all of my classes. I had a teacher tell me once that was because she liked me so much. Now, I've taught school, and you heard Callie say, for 36 years, and the fact of the matter is that was alphabetical, and my maiden name's Bishop. I don't think anybody liked me that well. They just knew they had to keep the little Bishop girl under their thumb. So when I was asked by Mrs. Duncan to come and speak to you all, I find myself dumbfounded. Because believe it or not, everybody in this room was a senior in high school at one time. And every one of us wondered if we had taken advantage of our high school education as well as we should have. Every one of us questioned if we really were ready to get out of the nest and go on to the university or the career tech or join the world of work. I will tell you this. We are so blessed in this community to have the quality teachers we have, to have the community that believes in education like we believe, because look around the room. We are producing some fine, fine young people, and parents, you had a lot to do with it, so thank you very much. But I sat here, in fact, Callie this morning asked me if I was ready, and I said, well, as of 10 o'clock this morning, I have my speech prepared, but I said at 3, I bet I change it. Because, what do I tell you? Seriously, what do I tell you? I've been in education long enough, and I won't look at anybody else around the room to make eye contact with the rest of the top as long as I have. Had you told me in 1976 when I graduated from Alva High School that we would be carrying phones in our pockets, in my little pea brain, it would have been a desk phone in a backpack with a long cord. Never would I have imagined the Star Trek life we live today. And I wonder, what's the world going to look like 30 years from now? That's what every one of us is wondering. And that's what your parents wonder. So with that being said, seniors, I hope we've done you well, because our job is to prepare you to be positive, productive people in society. With that being said, everybody has, if you'll look at your table, some items. And I'm going to use these in my presentation, so feel free to play along, because it's going to be a long night if you don't. First thing I want to talk about, and seniors, this is very dear to my heart. Once you close your eyes, seniors, just close. I promise I'm going to stand real still. I won't come up and induce you. Once you close your eyes, and I want you to think of 5 people in your life who helped you get where you are today. Okay, open your eyes. Did you think 5? It could be your parents, could be a neighbor, could be a teacher, it could be the person that you just went to for counseling, it could be the next door neighbor, the little old lady. First thing I want to tell you, all of you seniors, is show those people your thanks. On your table, you have a thank you. Everybody see that? I brought that for purpose. My mother used to make me write thank yous, and I hated it. I hated taking the time to do that. And as I have gotten older and have seen the quality of kids we put out, I owe a lot of thanks to a lot of people. I'm still learning. Isn't that amazing? I'm still learning to this day. And I need to take time to thank the people that help educate me. So every senior has a thank you. I'm not going to track you down. I'm not going to see if you use it or not, but you have a thank you. If you didn't get a thank you, I have more. And if any of you seniors, parents need some thank yous, I have more. I'd be happy to share. But I want you to think about that. I want you to thank the people that have gotten you where you are. Now, I can tell you when I was 17, I got here all by myself. I have a twin sister and 3 brothers. Was fortunate enough to live at home with 2 parents my entire life until my father passed away. But I got here all by myself. I didn't need Mrs. Parker. I didn't need Mrs. Nichols. I sure didn't need Mr. Niles, the high school principal. Karen Bishop, got here because of who I am. What a fallacy. Because every one of those people got me where I am. Now, it's interesting, as we were eating dinner, our table had a really fun conversation about teachers and the impact they had on our lives and funny stories. I hope all of you have those same stories, because you're going to come back for class reunions. And I hope I don't offend anybody. But when we have class reunions, very seldom do we talk about the wonderful lecture we got in English class, or how fun it was to work all those math problems, or the wonderful, you know what we talk about? Those funny, fun things that happened in school. Don't you remember? It was senior day, and we were all outside, and Lynn, Little, and I were in the band room. I know this will be hard for you to believe, doing what I was supposed to be doing that day, putting band uniforms together. Number 1 pants with number 1 overlay with number 1 jacket. Then we went to we walked out of the band room and there wasn't a soul in the band room. Well, first of all, we're in trouble because we're late. The second hour, that was a big no-no in 1976. You just were not late. I looked at Leanne, I said, the bell hasn't rung. We walked outside, and the band room is where speech room is now, okay? We walked out, and our entire band was all over that south parking lot, playing Frisbee, pulling practical jokes on each other, and we missed it because we were doing our job counting band uniforms. But I say, at class reunions, that's the stuff we laugh about. We talk about all those teachers that were just the fun folks that made school fun, and we still have them. We're blessed. We've got some fabulous teachers. Never, ever forget to thank the people that got you here. And I will tell you, I thought I knew it all at 17, so I can promise you, in May of 1976, I thanked no one. And I'm embarrassed to tell you that. Probably when I got to college, and I know after I graduated and started teaching, I owed a lot of people a lot of thanks. So, learn from my mistake. Thank you. Now, does everybody have a pencil in front of you? Seniors, that's my gift to you. I know I went all out and bought you a Northwest Technology pencil. That means they provided it to me. But I want to share something with you that I came across that I think is really good advice. And it's really something I've stolen. It's called Advice for a Pencil. There was a pencil maker who took the pencil aside just before putting them into the pencil box and said, there are 5 things you need to know before I send you out into the world. He told the pencil, always remember them and never forget you will become the best pencil you can be. Do you see where this is going, seniors? We want you to be the best. We've always wanted you to be the best. Number 1, you will be able to do many things that are great, but only if you allow yourself to be held in someone's hand. Did you hear what I said? A pencil. You will be able to do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held in someone's hand. Connect with people, seniors. If you go off to school, get involved. I, as Callie said, have the privilege of being a co-workshop director with the Student Council Camp. We bring 600 kids to Northwestern Oklahoma State University's campus every summer. and I get to work with the junior counselors, the JCs. And before I came to make my presentation, I asked them, I said, if you were to give advice to this year's seniors, what would you tell them? And every one of those kids said, and most of them are freshmen in college. When you all go off to college, you're going to run into them because they'll be sophomores and you'll be the freshmen. But every one of them said, get involved. Jump right in. Allow somebody to change your mind on something. Things are different than everything goes in Alva, Oklahoma. But don't ever forget where you came from. Number 2 from the pencil maker. You will experience a painful sharpening from time to time, but you'll need it to become a better pencil. How's that playing to seniors' lives? Going through various problems will only make you a better person. I wish I could sit here today and say, oh, it's going to be rosy, and you won't have any challenges the rest of your life. Well, that's just not true. Things happen. But you can become bitter and you can become better. My challenge to the seniors, allow yourself to be sharpened. You know, it's always interesting as an educator when folks come into my school, Northwestern, public school, they know everything. Well, if you really know everything, why are you here? If you're going on to further education after graduation, jump in with both feet. Take everything your folks, this community, the school systems have taught you, and set the world on fire. I can promise you, 42 years ago, when I was a senior at Alva High School, sitting in that little auditorium, and I got to sit at the front, not because of my grades, but because my last name started with a B. That's one of the advantages. I had no dream I'd be standing in front of a group of seniors 42 years later. What did I have to offer the world? What have I done? Nothing. But I had good people that sharpened me. And I had good people in universities that said, you can be better. And I listened to them. And I said, I want to be better. And I listened to that advice. Number 3, you'll be able to correct any mistakes you might make as a pencil. My gosh, isn't that eraser a beautiful thing? You're going to make mistakes, seniors. You're going to make mistakes. But learn from them. Don't be bitter. Learn from them and say, how can I make this better? And move forward. Number 4, the most important part of you will always be what's inside. Remember, I'm talking to a pencil, but I'm talking to a senior. The most important part of you is what's inside. Don't get your box. Don't decide, I can't. Because you're right, you won't. But if you think, I might think about that, you're going to go somewhere. Number 5, on every surface you are used to write on, you must leave your mark. No matter what the condition, you must continue to write. How does that play into graduation? You're going to make a difference. You're going to make a mark. The juniors that presented this evening have already left a mark on most of us by the way they handled themselves, how professionally they spoke when they got in front of the room. Not a lot of going on that I do when I speak. You're going to leave a mark. I've said this forever, and parents, I apologize. I've been corrupting your children since they were in grade school. I know, they're all laughing because they're going, no kidding. But I've had the pleasure of watching them grow. And it is so fun to watch what they're going to become. And I will tell you what's even cooler is when they come out to see us when they come home. Because, you know, they're going to take our places. And I will tell you right now, out of these, how many kids are here, Mrs. Duncan? How many seniors are you honoring this morning, this afternoon?
39.
39. We're in great hands. We're in great hands. The other item you have in front of you is a set of cards. I want everybody to grab your card. Everybody, get your cards out. I know, we're going to play poker? No, we're not. I'm just kidding. No, we're not. Get your cards out. Did you guys not get cards? You guys got cards? You should have 9 cards in front of you. So count, because as you can tell, I've used this trick a lot, and you may or may not have 9 cards. Does everybody have 9 cards? Now, I'm a hands-on learner. So what I'm going to do is I want everybody, if you can see me, I'm going to do the best I can from up here to show you this trick. And then your job will be to do what I do. Are you ready? All eyes up here. I have 9 cards. I'm going to take the third card, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, I'm going to take the third card from the left, which is an, what is that card? Say it real loud. 8 of what?
8 of spades.
Now, that's a great lesson. Thank you for playing right into my hand. This is a communication skill. I did this one time at a function here on campus, and it was interesting because after it was all said and done, a very nice gentleman came up and he said, "Ma'am." I said, "Yes," because I like being called ma'am, because I'm old and I can't be. He said, "We don't know what suits are." And I said, "Oh." Because, this was my entertainment growing up. I didn't have an iPhone or anything, so we play cards. So let me go over that very quickly. There are 4 suits. If you'll look at your cards, you will have the spade. Looks like a spade that you might use in a garden. You have hearts. Okay? You have diamonds. And that other silly looking black thing is a club. Very important for this trick. Everybody okay with that? Okay? Now, what was the third card to my left? 8 of spades. I'm going to put that card right back where it was. Okay? So all eyes up here. I'm going to close my fan of cards. And I'm going to spell out 8 of spades. So with the face card down, okay, I'm going to spell out 8. Here we go. E, I, G, H, T, right? And I have some cards left. So I'm going to put them on top of these cards, and I'm going to pick them up because they're slick. I'm going to do it again. What's the second word? Of, a very important word. Don't leave it out. O-F, and I have cards left, so I put them on top. What was my suit? Spades. S-P-A-D-E-S, and I have cards left over, and I'm going to put them on top. The last step of the card trick. So all I've done is spell out 8 of spades, jack of hearts, whatever it is. The last step is any 5-letter word. Well, I'm lucky. My name happens to be 5 letters. K-A-R-E. And if I did this correctly, my N will be, am I right? An 8 of spades. All right? So now, it's time for you. Take your cards, stand them out in front of you, whatever your third card is from the left. You don't have to take it out. Close your fan and go. There should be a buzz in the room. See if you can do it, Mr. Martin. Cards back because I'm cheap and I want them back. How many of you are all going to go home and get your deck of cards and show your friends this little trick you learned tonight at the academic banquet? Raise your hands. I want to see your hands. Here's where I do that trick. Seniors, everything I have ever said or done, somebody planted this little seed in my brain. This trick I saw, are you ready for this? On Ellen DeGeneres' show. And she had said, big lead in, get your deck of cards out, there's going to be a card. I thought, there's no, well, this ain't going to work. Well, surprise, it worked. Here's my lesson in that silly card game. Would that game have worked had you not been paying attention? Yeah. Would that game have worked had you decided to turn the cards over and go from the face up down? No, it's communication. It's a simple trick. The other side of my lesson, and the reason I brought, who knows how many cards I brought this evening. For all of you that raised your hand and said, I'm going to go show this to somebody, I'm going to remember that. Oh, by the way, those of you in cheat sheets, I have them. I have them, because sometimes we get home, we get confused, but for all of us that we're going to go share that, here's what I want you to do for me. Seniors, when you grow up and you leave this fine community and you decide to go out in the world and you become very successful, because that's what we want you to do. I'd like for you to come home. I'd like for you to come home and become a positive, productive citizen in this community. When I was 17, I couldn't get away from this town fast enough. Couldn't wait. Get away from Mom and Dad Bishop, all their stinking rules. I didn't need anybody. Did you hear what Callie said? 31 years of my 36 years of teaching has been in Alva, Oklahoma. Because of you, students. I could teach anywhere. I've been offered jobs. I don't want to teach anywhere else. I want to work with these kids and these parents because we have the best of both. And you parents need to hear that. Thank you, Dixie. I can promise you, when I get home and my twin sister finds out I was a keynote speaker at the academic banquet, she's still going to give me grief, so it's okay. I'll see her this weekend at Mother's Day. I want you to be successful, seniors. But that silly card trick, here's the lesson. And every time you think of this trick, I want you to think of this. When you are given an opportunity to tell somebody where you're from, stand up tall and proud and look them in the eyes and I'm from Alva, Oklahoma. When you become rich and famous and you come home, I want you to go, if you've not, before you leave, thank somebody that helped you get where you are. When you're rich and famous and you choose to come home for a class reunion, I want you to laugh. I want you to think about all the fun times you had at Alva High School. Silly, squirrely, weird, fun things. That's what we talk about. But when you think of that card trick, and I've heard my own classmates, and I've heard them say it, when they make a mistake or something, they get a bump, and they'll go, well, you can't blame me, I went to school at Alva. That goes all over me. When Karen Kane screws up, and I will do it again, I am the best example of the silly little duck that doesn't come in out of the rain some days, because I'm stubborn. But I would never belittle my hometown. We catch a lot of grief being gold bugs. And I always laugh at my teacher buddies and go, it takes a lot of character to be a gold bug. It does, doesn't it? Some of you guys are looking at me going, go kidding. I mean, a bulldog, you know, I don't know, a chieftain, there's a lot of mascots. I wouldn't want to be anything else. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the school system. I'm so proud of the product that we keep producing. And again, it's because of the schools and the community that believes in you guys. This dinner was provided by people who believe in you. You know, this dinner was started, Mrs. Duncan, when I was still at Alva High School, and who'd have thunk people believed in you all this much that after, what'd you say, Kelly, 28 years? Or who was saying that? Somebody said this is the 28th year, is that right? Wow. So The last thing on your table is a what? Seniors, what is that? It's a little tennis shoe. They're gonna get one, I hope so. I had lots of help and I didn't miss out anybody. Here's what the tennis shoe means for you. You're gonna be leaving impressions on people. You know, when you walk in the sand or walk in the mud, you always leave a footprint. A lot of kids that I work with, and some of you seniors are gonna kind of grumble at me, but I think I told you when you started as freshmen that remember all your actions are being watched. Somewhere in your life is a young Alva student watching you and they think you are the coolest banana in the bunch. And they watch your behavior. They watch how you present and how you talk to people. And how you dress when you represent Alva High School at a speech contest, at a band contest, at a sports activity. You're leaving an impression. The keychain tennis shoe is yours, remember. It will continue. You're going to leave impressions on people. Now, unfortunately, I've left some bad impressions on people. And some of them I wish they would go away. But then I think, you know what? That's who made Karen Bishop. You know, I was interviewed earlier this year by a middle school student. And I thought she wants to interview me. Ooh, what have I got? And she said, if you could live your life over, what would you do different? Isn't that a great question? And you know what I said? A lot of things have gone wrong. You know, to lose your dad 20 years ago, not a good thing. When I graduated from high school out of 2.86. But could have done that a little better, Mr. Potter, probably. But, you know, took the ACT, got a 20. Just knew I was going to get scholarships. I got none, El Zilcho. So I got to WORK my way through school. And that was a good thing, too. Believe me, it was a great thing, because I learned real quick I didn't want to do that the rest of my life, and it made me take the other part very, very seriously. But I wouldn't want to live again, because all of the hiccups and all of the boo-boos and all the impressions that have made Karen Kane, like me or not, is who I am. And I will tell you this, it's interesting, I had my 40th class reunion Labor Day weekend, and one of my classmates said, good gosh, Karen, you haven't changed. Now, I'm not sure if that's good or bad. The verdict's not out. What a great thing. And I'd like to think I was a dependable friend when I was a senior in high school. I'm a dependable friend now. And if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. It may take me a little bit, but I'm going to do it. So seniors, in closing, 3 things we talked about. You've got to thank you. That's yours. You do with it whatever you want. If your folks deserve it, don't hand them a blank thank you. Go home and write, love you, Mom. I mean, then it could be a Mother's Day. I hope that's not Mom's. I hope I didn't blow it, and that's all you're going to get is my thank you. If it's a teacher, I'm going to tell you something. You know, again, I taught school 36 years. I told Mr. Argo the other day, I personally think I deserve twice what they choose to pay me at Northwest Technology Center. I think I deserve that. Nobody else does, but I think I deserve that. You know the funny thing? And you all know the state of affairs of Oklahoma. I would become a teacher all over again. It doesn't bother me, the state of affairs of Oklahoma, because of the people that I get to run into, and it's you guys. It's you all. But on the worst years, no pay raise, roofs leaking, can't buy textbooks, the bus broke down for the 15th time to the track meet. It's the thank you from a student. You know what I'm saying? It's the thank you from a student that makes me think, I've got a pretty cool job. And they go, but you can't pay your mortgage. But I've got a cool job. I love what I get to do. I think all of you ought to probably school guidance counselors. Seriously, it's the best gig in town. It's a wonderful gig. Because you work with the best people. You work with the best kids. So you've got to thank you. You've learned a card trick. Remember the card trick? What's the lesson of the card trick? Spread the good news, but spread the good news about Alva, Oklahoma. Mr. Parsons informed me this evening that he would like to become a meteorologist. I can't wait. You know, it's kind of like the Academy Awards when people win awards and they thank their mother and they thank the producers. I said, I just want someone rich and famous when they get up and go, I'd like to thank my school counselor, Mrs. Karen Kane. it isn't going to happen, but wouldn't that be cool? So, you know. But I want Mr. Parsons to take pride. I want him to, if he's in Denver doing the weather, he goes, oh, phew, this is rolling out of Denver, and Alva's going to get smushed. He goes, Mom, run. It's coming your way. I love you. Be proud of where you came from. Stand up tall, because we're proud of you. You've got your tennis shoe about making impressions. And the last thing I would say, in 20 years, I am 59 years old. I was 79. Actually, my joke is I'll be in the nursing home with no teeth, having oatmeal going, remember when I used to go to the banquets? And they'll say, no, you're good to go. 20 years from now, you all will be up here doing this. Do you hear what I'm saying? You'll be teaching. You will be someone's dentist. You're going to be someone's surgeon. You're going to be, heaven forbid, a teacher. Stand up tall. Never forget where you're from. Be proud of who you are. Thank your parents for riding your backs. And always be proud of who you are and be a go-bug. God bless you, Godspeed, and success, seniors.
These students have received very highest achievement honors. Maddie Duncan, National Honor Society, and valedictorian. Elisa Bronze, National Honor Society, and valedictorian. National Honor Society, and valedictorian. Mace, National Honor Society, and valedictorian. Mosier, National Honor Society, and valedictorian. Noah Place, National Honor Society, valedictorian, and certificate of distinction. Whitney Randall, National Honor Society and valedictorian.
At least tall girls.
Allie Riley, National Honor Society, valedictorian, and certificate of distinction. Grant Ritter, National Honor Society, valedictorian, and certificate of distinction.
You'll be a smart aleck.
Lexi Schaefer, National Honor Society and valedictorian. Emerald Walborn, National Honor Society and valedictorian. Braden Jeffries, National Honor Society, salutatorian, and certificate of distinction. Trenton Starkey, National Honor Society and salutatorian. Honor Society, and very highest achievement. Hartman, National Honor Society, and very highest achievement.
Anybody's got muscles that big, you got it.
Jordan Sheaver, National Honor Society, and very highest achievement.
Just that way.
Ethan Swanson, National Honor Society, and very highest achievement. Kirsten Harrison, very highest achievement and certificate of distinction. Justin Meyer, National Honor Society, and very highest achievement.
Save this for last.
Here it is.
The following students have received highest achievement honors. Allison Sievers, National Honor Society, highest achievement and certificate of distinction. Society and highest achievement. National Honor Society and highest achievement.
These students have received high achievement honors. Catherine Bach, high achievement. Riley Beeler, National Honor Society, high achievement. Shannon Nazarella, National Honor Society, High Achievement, and Certificate of Distinction. Myra Zuniga Chavez, National Honor Society, High Achievement, and Certificate of Distinction. Aaron Erickson, High Achievement and Certificate of Distinction.
these students are recognized for their commitment to academic excellence. Hayla Kanan, National Honor Society. Linda McDonald, National Honor Society. Krista Edstrom, National Honor Society. Rafferty Brown. Isaiah Martinez. Kimberly Stepp. Tanner White. Hayden Caldwell. And Austin Sklar.
Thank you for your attendance this evening. It has certainly been a pleasure to dine with you, to meet each of you, to hear Mrs. Karen Kane speak, and to honor our academically excellent seniors. We juniors thank you for inviting us to join you on this important evening. Please drive safely this evening going home and enjoy the rest of this exciting month. Good evening.